good day.
Thank you.
Just making sure you're all awake.
I'm all here. This is exciting.
Yes, it is.
I have not been aware of you for very long.
We haven't been aware of you for very long.
Well, now
What
we
a
are
coincidence.
together. Probably just random.
Speak up.
I have several questions. I want to start with a simple one, just about myself.
Yes.
I see the number 1, 2, 3, 4
Yes.
all the time.
You would be a good candidate for the Cybo game.
Okay.
But the idea in general of these kinds of synchronous numbers that happen to many of you is that it's like a synchronicity marker telling you that you're on the right path, you're in the right frequency at that particular moment that you experience those numbers. It's like road signs that you use.
Okay. Simple enough.
Yes, it is.
All right, something more complex. And you talked about this earlier with someone who spoke to you about when you talk about the parallel realities and all of them existing at the same time with past lives. And this is a new concept to me. Although
all right.
I can grasp it. So thank you for that. But
Yes.
I would like to get some more clarification.
Yes.
And I was told that, and clarify if I'm wrong, that after 2012 was when you were allowed to make contact with our species and offer this more clarity.
Yes, before that there was a quarantine period. After that, it's not so much the idea of a quarantine as it is now in your hands to decide that you are actually ready. So nothing is now preventing us in terms of our own laws from making contact. It's now all being determined by the rate at which your people are actually truly ready for it.
Gotcha. Okay. So in that, let's see if I can clarify this question.
Yes.
Because I'm trying to understand the concept that we weren't ready in the before in this linear time space that we perceive it as.
Yes.
But now we are, and yet
No.
it's all
Now
now.
you're not. You are becoming ready. I'm simply saying our own laws no longer prevent the contact. It's now completely whether or not you get ready. You're not ready yet, otherwise open contact would be happening.
But you're here.
I am having this conversation,
Sure.
but that's not me landing my ship and getting out and staring you in the face. Do you understand? That's
I
a
do.
difference. And it's a difference in vibrational frequency. Very different in vibrational frequency. We are being filtered. Our consciousness is being filtered through a human on your planet, and you are experiencing right now no more than about 5 to 10% of our total energy. Therefore, if we were to stand in front of you in our total being, we could actually overwhelm your vibration to the point where you could go into blanking out or psychotic shock. Does that make sense?
Yes. Perfect sense.
So, when you accelerate your vibration and meet us more closely halfway, then true physical open contact can really begin.
Okay. Excellent. This is fascinating.
Yes,
where
we
I'm
think so.
still and exciting, and where I'm still going with this
Yes.
is all happening right now,
It
right
is.
now, and in
It
the
is.
now.
It is.
But it hasn't happened yet.
Correct,
Yet,
from a
but that is still the
time-space
now.
point of view. From the
Okay.
time-space point of view, it hasn't happened yet. Nevertheless, it all happens at once.
And has
So you are
happened.
shifting like a projector light through different frames, now picking the frames that then get projected on the screen to determine the movie you will experience. So all the frames exist of that movie, but you haven't necessarily run those through your projector from the space-time point of view yet. But all the frames exist.
Okay, that I understand.
All right.
In a related question, and this has been explained to me, but I would like more clarification
Yes.
because in my limited human physical brain, I'm still trying to wrap my brain around some of this.
That's all right.
You
It's
used the
exciting.
analogy earlier, like most people when they walk into a room, switch on the light switch, they're not thinking about how that all works, the light comes
Yes.
on. I'm the guy who's thinking about that all the time. I
That's
drive my
fine.
car, I'm thinking about every moving part. So
All right.
just
Is that fun for you?
it is. I
All
enjoy it very much, and
Thank
I
you.
have a very profound grasp of the physical world
All right.
in that space, and I love it, and I
Yes.
enjoy it. So where I'm going at is, I am grasping where your entity is at.
Yes.
And compared to the life on this planet and where we're at,
Yes.
and I'm looking at the differential
Yes.
space, and I realize I'm creating this too.
Yes.
So it's another little fly in the ointment. But I guess the question I'm asking is, how come I'm not where you're at? Or how come I was born here, or the choice I made to be here instead of with you? And I don't know if I'm asking a question
We
clearly
understand
enough,
exactly what you're asking, but this is one of the things that you decided would give you an interesting new perspective of your total being. It doesn't mean that there aren't other aspects of you experiencing other things, even things similar to what we are experiencing. Nevertheless, this aspect of your total consciousness is experiencing this because you believe that this is important for you as a total being to experience, to add another perspective of discovery to your total being.
I'll take that.
Does that help?
Yes.
All right.
It does. Thank you.
Anything else?
That's it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. It's been an honor. Thank you.
Before the next person speaks, let me complete this idea. It's similar to the notion that you have a hand and the hand has 5 fingers. Well, all right, 4 and a thumb if you wish. The idea is you have created something that has all the 5 fingers at once because each finger is a different experience, even though they all trace back to the same hand. Therefore, a hand is not really a hand without all the fingers, and the fingers won't function without the hand. So one finger experiences one thing, another finger experiences something else, and that and the totality of all those fingers then makes up the experience of the hand.
Hello, Bashar.
And a you good day.
I'm very pleased to be here with you today.
We are pleased as well.
Thank you. I had so many different questions to ask for you today, and so many got answered throughout the conversation, so thank you.
Yes.
The first question, thank you. The first question I would like to ask, though, is what kind of holds our whole universe together? My initial response would be love, but I guess I'm looking for some validation.
All right. Well, your people translate the vibrational frequency of existence itself. The closest approximation you can come to that is what you do call the feeling or experience of unconditional love. That's just how you translate it.
Yes.
So in a sense, yes, you could say that's what quote unquote holds everything together. But in reality, everything is simply made out of that. Do you understand?
Yes.
That's what everything is made out of. That frequency, that vibrational consciousness is what everything is made of. That self-awareness is what everything is made out of.
Yes.
So it automatically holds together because it simply is one thing. It may express itself as a multitude of things, but the fact that it is one thing, quote unquote, is what holds it together. Does that make sense?
It does. Thank
All right.
you. I wanted to ask about dreams.
Yes.
I have several incredibly vivid dreams that are always in the same templates or the same locations.
All right. This can be representative of many different kinds of things, but continue.
Well, I was just wondering if you could help with some guidance or some clarity as to
well, sometimes
why
it
that
can be
happens.
memories of visiting the idea of parallel reality selves. Sometimes it can be other things. It depends on how, quote unquote, literal or symbolic they may be.
So when we are dreaming and we wake up and we remember them, should we always interpret them symbolically?
You don't have to, but you can if it's fun for you. Sometimes you can gain insight to yourself by doing so. Sometimes you can gain insight to things that you might be doing when you are no longer focused in physical reality. But remember that your physical mind only has so many symbols to work with. And it can't always make sense out of things that you may be doing on another dimensional level, but it will use the best symbols that it can, which is sometimes why the dream seems to make no sense at all.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
And sometimes dreams can simply be you reassessing your day and reinventing your template and your blueprint for what you wish to experience next. And sometimes it can actually be some sort of symbolic memory of a real experience you had in another dimensional realm. And many things in between. You have to take them one by one and understand what they are.
Okay.
Is this of any help to you?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And?
I'm looking forward to dreaming more. I had two other questions for you.
You understand you're dreaming right now, yes?
Yes. Yes. In fact,
Yes.
I'm constantly looking at my reality and saying to myself that this is not real.
Well,
Or
it's
that
real
it's-
as an experience, but it's not real as a solid reality. It's a projection of your consciousness. And paradoxically, since we're talking about the idea of dreaming, by going to sleep physically is actually when you wake up into more of yourself. And when you wake up physically, that's actually when you're going to sleep. Because you're narrowing your focus of your total self down to a physical reality dream. But when you go to sleep, you expand your focus and very often expand beyond the borders of the physical experience and thus become more of yourself. Make sense?
That does
so
make sense.
learning to become lucid in the physical dream is what this transformational age is all about. And sometimes it can help you become lucid in the physical dream by learning to become lucid in your dream state. And vice versa.
I see.
Does this help?
It does help.
All right.
My last question has to do with an experience in my childhood.
Yes.
I really feel
If, in fact, that was your
it
childhood.
was my childhood. Yes,
But
I have
we'll go with
changed.
that for the moment, for the sake of continuity.
I had an experience when I was about 6, and it felt like it really changed the whole theme of my existence here in this lifetime.
From what to what?
I'm not even quite sure. I just feel that a lot of my belief systems all stem to that one experience.
All right. And
come
so,
from that.
what have you done with that?
I have.
Are you following your excitement?
I am, to the best of my ability. I feel, though, that
Yes.
I have to bring it always back to that present moment of
Yes.
being
Well, that's
in the
part of
present
the
moment.
process, learning to live in the moment.
Yes.
Learning that there is nothing more valuable than what's going on right now. That's where everything you need is contained. And the
Yes.
more you live in the moment, the faster another now moment can manifest. The more you attempt to live outside the moment, the longer it takes for another now moment to manifest. That's the paradox. You have to live in the moment and use it up for something else to happen. That's how you accelerate things. But when you look to accelerate things by looking to the future, you're no longer living in the moment and you actually paradoxically slow things down.
Okay. Yeah, I needed that.
All right.
I needed that piece. Thank you.
Yes.
What I was going to say too is with the belief systems, when I encounter, I feel like I'm like in a tennis game where I'm being, with the balls are constantly coming. The balls
Yes.
are my belief systems, and I kind of get overwhelmed. Where it's like,
That's all right. You can
do
take
I
a
have
break.
to investigate all of my
You
belief
can
systems?
take a break. What's your rush? What's your hurry? You're an infinite, eternal, indestructible being. What's your hurry? Where are you going?
Yeah.
You become overwhelmed because you think you have to deal with all of it right away or something wrong will happen. Relax. There is no time like the present. Relax. And you will actually accelerate. That's what we just told you. The paradox is the more you take time to slow down and relax, the faster things will go. The more you try to speed up, the slower and longer things take. Because you're not living in the present. You're not matching the frequency of your now.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, I really appreciate
Go with the flow. Don't swim upstream. That's resistance. Just go with the flow. The current knows where to take you. Trust the speed of the current. Now, sometimes you can accelerate things by divesting yourself of beliefs that no longer work for you. That's fine. That's part of the process. But go with the flow.
Excellent.
Remember that if you're truly, truly living in the moment and you understand that everything that's happening right now is the most important thing that could possibly be happening and it deserves your attention and respect,
Yes.
then you will never, ever, ever be impatient. Because if you're really living in the moment, you're having as much fun as you possibly can, you're as engaged and involved as you possibly can be, and therefore you don't need patience. And if you don't need patience, you're never impatient.
Yes.
Do you understand?
I do.
Does this help?
It immensely. Thank you so much, Bashar. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Hi.
And to you, good day.
Yay! So my first question is about coffee.
Coffee.
Yes, the drink.
All right. What about it?
I know from a vibrational standpoint it's not good for me.
All right. Then that's you.
But I find that when I raise my frequency to incredibly high transformational rate,
Yes.
I have issues with insomnia.
So what? Who says you should be asleep at that moment?
Many
people on your planet do not follow their natural biological awake-sleep cycle. They force themselves to be awake when they need to be asleep. They force themselves to be asleep when they need to be awake. Find your natural cycle. That's all you need to do. Then it will not be insomnia. If it's natural for you to be awake at the wee hours of the morning or whenever, then that might be your natural cycle when you're at your highest peak of creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you find yourself actually going down in your vibratory biological cycle and need to sleep, sleep. You have to get over the idea that your society tells you when you should be awake and you should be asleep to find your natural cycle. You follow me?
Yes.
Is this helping?
Yes.
Yes. Most of you are not living your natural biological cycles.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
So my second question is about moldavite crystals. Can you
Yes.
expand on those a little
Permission
more?
slips, like anything. If you're attracted to it, then that means there's something about that particular permission slip that aligns with your belief system in such a way that it allows you to give yourself permission to be more of who you are by using that particular reflection or object. If you're attracted to it, use it. If you're not, don't.
Simple enough.
All things, all objects, all rituals, all techniques, all tools are permission slips. Use them if you're attracted to them. Don't use them if you're not. That's all they're there for. To reflect to you an alignment in your belief system wherein you are willing to say, I'm willing to change my beliefs and allow something to happen I didn't believe was possible by using this thing. But you're the one doing it anyway. You're the ultimate permission slip. But you can use those reflections as helpers to put you in touch with what you believe is true. So if that's what attracts you, by all means.
Cool.
Yes?
Yes. So one more question. I wanted to ask about a relationship,
Yes.
a soulmate of mine, that I have a tendency to go through.
You have a what?
I have a tendency.
You have a what?
I go through.
You choose?
I choose to go through many
Thank you.
times.
Tendencies mean, I can't help it. No responsibility there.
Right.
No way to change anything.
Right.
I choose.
I choose.
Now, if you're choosing something you don't prefer, now you have something to work with, because the first question would be, what would I have to believe is true in order to keep choosing something I don't prefer? Where if you say, well, I have a tendency, that gives you nothing to work with. No insight into yourself at all.
It's about taking ownership.
Yes. Response ability. The ability to respond.
Oh, that's good.
So what is the thing that you choose?
So the thing that I choose
Yes.
is that, going almost back to the coffee question, I ramp up my energy to such a degree that this counterpart to the relationship comes in,
Yes.
and it has a tendency.
It has a what? We are selectively deaf to concepts that don't work for us.
I choose this relationship to drag me down.
Why?
That's a good question.
Do you have a good answer?
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You're just not paying attention to it.
Yes.
Remember what we talked about when we talk about the motivational mechanism within all of you? This is an absolute given. You all, always, and I mean there are no exceptions, always move in the direction, choose in the direction of what you believe is in your best interest. You always move away from what you believe is not in your best interest. Therefore, if you know that, and you know that's how the mechanism works, if you then are choosing something that you know is not in your best interest, The only way you would do so is you have a definition of that thing that makes it seem to be in your best interest more than the other choice. You need to find the belief that says that that thing you don't prefer is a better choice than the thing that would actually serve you better. Find that belief and let it go. And then the motivational mechanism will flip around the other way, and you will only choose the things that are actually to your benefit instead of attaching beliefs to the things that are not to your benefit that make it seem to be to your benefit.
Yes.
Making some sense? So, in saying that you are choosing to do something in a relationship where you feel dragged down, why do you choose that? What beliefs do you have about yourself that you would attract that experience?
That I don't deserve to be at the energy level that brings that experience in.
Do you really buy that?
I buy the concept
That you might believe that.
I might believe that.
What do
correct.
you get out of believing that? That you don't deserve that?
I get the approval of the people who are my parents and the people
All right.
who think I'm different.
All right. So, in other words, you're willing to go for approval instead of actually honoring yourself and thus honoring them by being yourself.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
You're settling for something that isn't you because you think that that's the right thing to do because you are looking for their approval to determine who you are. Is that what you prefer?
Not when you say it.
This is why it's so important to identify beliefs, because you see what I said earlier, once you actually bring it out into the light and make a statement out of it consciously, it doesn't make much sense, does it?
No.
As soon as it's nonsensical, it's gone. Unless you have another belief that says you need to hold on to it, and then you need to find that one too and let that become nonsensical. Because all the things that are out of alignment with your true vibration don't make sense.
Exactly. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, Tadea.
Nani?
We have some questions from our Ustream listeners.
Oh, all right.
The first one is having to do with our core frequency and the idea of, does a core frequency only pertain to our physical life or all aspects?
There are core frequencies all the way up the spectrum, but the one that we are obviously discussing most is the one that you experience as your signature frequency as a person in physical reality, because that's the one that needs the attention in order to be changed.
So you're actually changing your core frequency?
You are changing the physical core frequency to be a closer match to the total core frequency, to be more aligned with the total core frequency.
And the determination of your physical core frequency has
Is whether
to do
you're
your
holding
belief
on
systems.
with your beliefs, yes, negative and positive.
But you know how you always say that your core frequency is always attracting everything that you need, and
The true core frequency, yes, but you can surround it with secondary frequencies that may still represent your personality and your overall signature vibration as a person that may be muddying the true alignment with the core frequency.
I think that's interesting about the personality versus the actual core frequency of the
Yes,
person.
but look at it as the idea of nested dolls, yes? You have a particular frequency, but you can wrap it like an onion with many different layers, and you can kind of filter it in a variety of ways. So the idea is to allow all those different things to be as clear, as transparent as they can, so the true core frequency shines through on all levels.
Okay, and let's see, they said, what if we have a low core frequency? Can we change it? You just answered that.
Yes.
And how can we experience the highest joy with a low core frequency?
Start small. Do something that contains even just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit more excitement than anything else. Do it to the best of your ability. Do it with no insistence on an outcome, and then do it again. And then do it again, and then do it again until it grows and becomes bigger and bigger and bigger steps, bigger and bigger and bigger opportunities that will allow your excitement to expand. But you will always be capable of doing something if you are willing to.
And is it really necessary on a daily basis to sort of monitor your state of being and determine if you're in a negative state and change it. And
No.
just
It's not always necessary, but you may find that from time to time it will be valuable to do so.
But I mean, like for people who want contact and they want their frequency to be up over 200,000 cycles per second.
Act on your
and-
highest excitement to the best of your ability with no insistence on the outcome. That's the formula. It's not going to change.
But the formula is going to bring up all the beliefs that you have.
Exactly, which gives you an opportunity to let them go and add their energy to the excitement, which expands your vibration and raises it higher and higher and higher until you pass the 200,000 cycle per second frequency.
Right. So if you're going through your day and you
Yes.
notice that you get upset about something
Yes.
or all that, then that's an opportunity to practice
Yes.
shifting your frequency to a higher level
Yes.
so that it becomes second nature,
First nature.
first nature.
Right now, it is second nature, sometimes even third nature. So make it first nature.
It just seems like a good practice.
It is.
That would then allow you to experience more and more expanded joy in the 3 AAA formula.
Acknowledge, appreciate, and allow.
Right. And when we were talking about that recently, we talked about the idea that when you acknowledge what's happening
Yes.
and then
Acknowledge what you have instead of
Oh.
what you don't have. That's the phrase.
Okay.
Acknowledge what you have instead of what you don't have. Appreciate what you have once you've acknowledged it. Again, the appreciation of a moment and an experience that you're having doesn't necessarily mean that just because you appreciate it for being there, that you have to condone something you don't prefer that may have happened.
right, because circumstances don't matter, only state
Exactly.
of being matters.
That's
So-
why you go into appreciation as a state, regardless of the circumstances. And it doesn't mean that you're condoning the circumstances.
So if something challenging happens
Yes.
that causes you, that you make a choice to lower your frequency
Yes.
around it,
Yes.
the antidote to that is to
Acknowledge what you do have instead of what you don't have. Appreciate, which means create that state of appreciation for what you do have, and then allow the next thing that needs to happen, and continue to do that if you need to continue to do that.
and then don't give energy to the circumstances.
No,
kind of
because
what
the
you're saying.
circumstances is just a neutral set of props. It may still be representative of something you don't prefer, but that doesn't mean it has to affect you in any negative way. Therefore, if you simply go into a state of appreciation, you can still neutrally observe that it is a situation you don't prefer, but you won't be negatively affected by it.
It really is a relearning of how to interact with physical reality.
That's what we've been talking about for 33 years of your time. It's a relearning of how physical reality works. It's an understanding of the nature and structure of existence, and so you can use it effectively as a tool because it works the same for everyone all the time. It's only an issue of whether you use it in a way that you prefer or use it in a way that you don't. It doesn't care. It's up to you.
Well, it's nice to know there's an alternative way of experiencing this reality, certainly.
There always is.
Yes.
There always is.
In all ways, right?
Yes.
Okay, and here's another question. You said that everything is synchronicity,
Yes.
but often we don't recognize it as such.
Yes.
Do we attract negative synchronicity based on our thoughts and beliefs? And is giving negative things a positive meaning a method of attracting more positive synchronicity?
Yes. Again, you don't have to say this negative thing is a positive thing. We're saying you can recognize something that you don't prefer and still create the understanding that you will still derive a beneficial and positive effect from your experience of it. And that will continue to expand your positive state of being.
And that's actually a really powerful thing to recognize that
Yes, it is.
you don't have to give You don't have to look at a situation and say, "Oh, I'm really glad this happened," or something like that. You can go more in the
That's not what it's
direction
about.
just recognizing that everything that's happening can serve you in a positive way. By putting it in that context, that then allows it to shift into positive energy.
If nothing else, the idea of observing something you don't prefer can put you in a state of appreciation that it is now clarified more clearly for you what you do prefer by contrast. Sometimes people on your planet will do that. They will expose themselves to something they don't prefer to give themselves a better idea, a clearer idea of what they do prefer. And therefore they've used what they don't prefer in a positive way that they can appreciate, even if they don't actually prefer the thing itself.
It's just really interesting that you don't necessarily have to deal with what you're observing. You simply have to put it under the umbrella of a positive meaning for what you will get out of it.
Yes, and you may find yourself dealing with it, but then you will deal with it in a completely different way that's reflective of the positive state that you have generated with your appreciation.
It's wonderful.
Yes, it is.
Allow us also to share with you and with all of you a very powerful tool that we will begin to share on your world at this time that will allow you to understand something very important about some of the things that you may feel. We can use the cynicism as an example since you have brought it up. Anytime you have a feeling that is of a vibration of the nature that you know is out of alignment with your truth, of course, as we have always said, allow it, acknowledge it, own it, because you cannot change what you do not own. But now, understand it is a very powerful tool of transformation. And first and foremost, it is a very powerful tool of diffusing and neutralizing the negative vibration in anything that comes up. So, whatever it is you may feel, be it anger, be it hate, be it doubt, be it fear, be it cynicism that you believe is out of alignment with your truth at any given moment, say out loud to yourself, or if the situation does not allow that, say strongly in your inner voice the following thing, or some variant thereof, depending upon what it is you are experiencing. I am feeling cynicism because I choose to believe I need to. I am feeling hate because I choose to believe I need to. I am feeling fear because I choose to believe I need to. I am feeling doubt because I choose to believe I need to, or I choose to believe I must, or I choose to believe it serves me, or I choose to believe fill in the blank. But the critical portion is the acknowledgement that you are feeling what you're feeling. I am feeling X. Followed by, because I choose to believe. Fill in the blank. When you begin to observe the feelings and make these statements in that moment, you will find that the vibration will somewhat flatten out, somewhat neutralize, somewhat diffuse. It will bring you back at least somewhat to center because you have actually completed a circuit. You will start to rewire your brain. Most of you experience some of the difficulties and struggles that you do on your planet and thus the feelings that go with it of pain and doubt and fear and cynicism and hate and so on and so forth. Because, as you have pointed out, in your upbringing, many of those ideas were reinforced in such a way so that the circuit was never allowed in your brain to actually get grounded as a complete equation or a complete thought. All that was entrained within you was, I feel fear, I feel doubt, I feel cynicism, I feel hate, I feel anger, I feel less than, I feel this, and left at that. Just left at that. And then left to wonder and ponder what to do with that. Without a tool to complete the circuit. Because just, I feel hate, I feel this, is an incomplete circuit. It only takes you halfway and doesn't give you an opportunity to understand how to ground it into physical manifestability in a way that allows the energy to dissipate and then be worked with, to take you to a place where you're capable of working with it. So from this point forward, if you wish, up to you, use this tool to complete the circuit. And every time you may be going along joyfully and suddenly feel cynicism, hate, doubt, any vibrational, emotional alignment that you feel is out of alignment with your true self, stop, take a moment and acknowledge, I feel X because I choose to believe I must. As soon as you do that, you will be back in control, back in the center of your being. The energy will somewhat flatten, diffuse, and dissipate, and you will be able to then, from that point forward, deal with the issue at hand, which would be the underlying belief, without getting caught up in the short circuit of just, I feel that, I feel that, I feel that, I feel that, I feel, 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 and never knowing what to do about it. Now, also at the same time, to reinforce the positive vibration, anytime you feel a positive emotion, do the same thing. I feel overwhelming joy and love because I choose to believe I must. And that will start strengthening your ability to complete the circuit when the negative vibration comes up. You will more likely want to complete the circuit, because when you complete the circuit and flatten and neutralize the original negative vibration, it will propel you toward the positive vibration from the reinforcement, and you will begin to get into the habit of choosing the idea of doing a flow-through, a complete follow-through to the positive side from the negative, instead of stopping halfway and being short-circuited. And you will literally, by doing this exercise every time that you catch that emotional vibration out of alignment, completing it with the phrase and grounding it, diffusing it, going to the positive, reinforcing the positive in the same way, you will literally start to rewire the electrical pathways, neurological pathways of your brain that were previously short-circuited by the kind of training and upbringing you had as children. You will literally rewire your brain, and as you do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again, you will suddenly begin to realize that in time it will actually be a struggle to get into negative vibrational reality. You will start to expand and increase the idea of what we may refer to as the gravitational potential of your positive vibration. Look at this idea in your mind's eye right now. Imagine, if you will, that at the core of your being there is a powerful, bright star, shining bright. However, it is mostly invisible to you because it is surrounded by a shell, a spherical shell of all sorts of belief systems that may be out of alignment with your true self, which is that star at your core. But as you reinforce the positive side, as you neutralize the negative side, as you rearrange the neurology of your brain, as you ground the circuit, complete the circuit in this way, bit by bit, piece by piece, these puzzle piece shell around the star will begin to crack, become transparent, become see-through, let you know the star is there. You start to see the light. The shell starts to crack and fall away, float away from around the star, and you begin to feel the pull, the tug of the star like a moth to a flame, entranced, mesmerized by the beauty and the vibrational power of the core of your being, and you begin to fall toward that star. And the closer you get, you come under the influence of its gravity more and more powerfully. And the closer you get, the gravity becomes stronger. The closer you get, the gravity becomes unbelievably powerful, overwhelmingly powerful, until such time as you are caught in the gravity well of your positive self to such an extent it will be impossible or very, 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 very to the power of 99.999999999% unlikely that you will be able to pull away from that pull, that tug of the positive vibration again. With that picture also in mind of falling toward the star of the light within you, you will also start falling toward that star. And you will feel its tug. And as you become immersed in that gravitational well and unable to pull away from it more and more, you will become more sensitized to the vibrations that are you, and also more sensitized to the vibrations that are not. So you will constantly then move away from what you are not and towards what you are, and the pull will become inexorable. And you will fall into the center of your soul and be who you are.
Good day, Bashar! Hi.
Hi.
I was afraid if I yelled too loud, it might get feedback, so I held back a little, but I wanted to say it even louder.
I'll still give you feedback.
Okay. I love the AAA, so
Oh, all right.
can we acknowledge this moment? I want to acknowledge
Absolutely.
all of you for being here and sharing this moment with me.
And deep appreciation.
And deep appreciation. I also want to acknowledge the special people that I came with today, and also a friend that's on Ustream, Emily. Hi, Emily. And just really,
Are you accepting an award?
I'm just really appreciating this moment
Oh, all right.
and acknowledging it. And I'm hoping this will.
I want to thank the Academy.
I feel like I'm
all
one.
the people who made this possible. You know who you are. While they're sitting at home going, does she mean me?
Sure.
Oh, all right. Just having some fun with you.
Yeah, I love having fun with you.
And so what would you like to discuss?
So I want to discuss surrender because I had a really synchronous event today with my Tesla.
Oh, all right.
It has autopilot capabilities, so it can
Yes.
drive itself.
Yes.
Today was the first time I did the parallel park.
Yes.
And so it was pretty amazing. But
All right,
also,
if you say so.
It was. But when I surrendered, it was kind of like it did better than I could with the wheel. It just spun it so fast and it went into the spot so well.
All right.
And I'm really good at parallel parking. And I thought, wow, this is so good to surrender and trust and just kind of sit back and allow it to happen.
All right.
And so that was so good when you brought that up today. I
Well,
love
you
that.
see, even your technology is starting to reflect this idea back to you.
I love it.
Because the things that happen in your society, the changes that happen in your technology and in other aspects of your society are reflections of changes that are happening in your consciousness. So you will never see those kinds of things in your physical reality until they happen in your consciousness. And then you will start to see all sorts of reflections and symbols and representations of these changes that have already occurred in your consciousness.
So exciting.
Yes, it is.
And so I just wanted to bring that up because I feel like the more that we surrender and trust that we get to have those experiences more and more.
Absolutely. That's how it works. because those are the experiences that are automatically relevant for your life, for your joy, for your excitement, for your ecstasy. They are reflective of who you truly are. Most of you have absolutely no idea how powerful and beautiful you are. But we are doing our best to remind you.
Thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
Okay, the next question I have, I'd love to have some clarity on the path of least resistance and our highest excitement.
Some clarity on it, so
Yeah.
you don't know what any of your excitement is?
I think no, I do, but what I guess I'd like to give a little reference, because sometimes when you say it feels like your path of least resistance.
Your excitement will always be the path of least
Okay.
resistance.
And
It can't be other, because that's one of the tools of excitement. If you have a definition of excitement that says you're not on the path of least resistance, then you don't have a definition of excitement. You have another kind of definition.
Thank you.
Does that help?
It helps, but I think there was a circumstance where you would say, if this feels like my highest excitement, but maybe
Yes.
this feels like my path of least resistance. What's a tool or process that you could?
Well, remember that one of the jobs, one of the tools of excitement is to bring up things that are not representative of your excitement. But that's part of the excitement, because bringing them up brings them to your attention so you can do something about letting them go and add the energy to your excitement. That's why it's exciting for your excitement to bring your attention to things that aren't your excitement. That's part of the path of least resistance. It's helping you let go of things that are creating resistance by bringing them to your attention. Because if they just remain in your unconscious mind, then you can't do anything about them. You don't know they're there. You just keep feeling the resistance. You keep feeling the so-called blocks, and you don't understand what's happening. So when your excitement brings one of these belief systems that is out of alignment with you to your attention, then that gives you the ability to do something about letting it go. And that's exciting. And therefore, it's still part of the path of least resistance. To experience momentary resistance and let it go is part of the path of least resistance. That's how you make these meta definitions. You have to include a holistic definition over every experience that you're experiencing, even if it contains things that are not representative of your preference. It's got to be part of your preference to experience that momentarily so you can let it go. And when you make it part of the meta definition, then you will deal with it in as quick a way as you possibly can. It won't linger because you're willing to deal with it. You're willing to let it go. You're willing to work with what's there. It's only when you resist working with what is brought to your attention that things linger, that things take longer, that things slow down. You put on the brakes. No, I don't want to look at that. No, that can't be part of my life. I thought I was beyond this. Nonsense. If it's there, you're not beyond it yet.
Right.
You need to deal with it. You need to know what it is. You need to identify it. You need to let it go. And that's when you're beyond it. Do you understand?
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Does that help?
That was so helpful. One last thing that I'd like to discuss, the subject of parenting.
Yes.
And I feel like there's probably a negative belief that a lot of people have that they can't really follow their highest excitement and joy sometimes when it comes to being.
Yes, and that's nonsense.
Right. So can you help kind of clean that up for us a little bit?
Well, now, of course, we may have to take that on a case-by-case basis because everyone approaches this somewhat differently with their different set of belief systems, yes?
Okay.
But in general,
okay, good.
The idea is you must rely on your own childlike imagination in order to actually raise a child correctly. You have to be the magician. You have to be the one that has the imagination to create scenarios and interactions with the child that allow the child to safely, in a safe environment, understand the consequences of every choice that they make, so that they will learn to be self-empowered, to teach them that they are as powerful as they need to be and are in order to get anything they need in life without having to hurt themselves or anyone else in order to get it. You have to adapt anything you believe that they need to learn in life to their excitement rather than attempting to shove their excitement into a box in order to learn something. You need to provide these interactive environments so they understand how to relate to reality and how to connect to source, that they are connected and never are disconnected. You have to allow them to find their power through your guidance by having the imagination and the skill to provide these things for them. But that's exciting. That's an exciting adventure to do that. And it also teaches you things as a parent, as a teacher, about being on that level yourself. Yes?
Yes.
Does this help?
That's so helpful. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Have a good day.
Oh, always.
Hey, Bashar.
And you good day.
I'm really happy we get to hang out.
Yes.
Yes. So, last week in meditation class,
Yes.
I was meditating and
That's a good thing to do in meditation class, yeah?
yes,
All right.
yes, I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. And I felt a presence,
Yes.
and it felt like a homecoming.
Yes, often it will.
Yes.
Because you're also not necessarily just interacting with someone else, you're interacting with more of yourself, too.
That's what it felt like.
I know. That's why I said that.
You're so smart, Bashar.
All of you are smart.
And I heard a voice that said, "We are the Council of Nine."
Oh, all right. So that's what you're tapping into as your archetypal representation and reflection for you to be able to use that state of being that you feel when you make that connection to act from in your life.
Mm-hmm.
That's your true state of being. You're being shown your true state of being.
Oh, wow.
That vibrational level. That's the archetypal symbolic representation. And when you remember, anytime you remember that connection, that experience, you're in that state of being, even if it feels different than it did before. You understand?
Yes.
So come from that state of being.
And not have to need it to feel the same.
Exactly.
Right.
Because you are never the same. So why should it feel the same all the time?
Right.
Yes?
It's ever changing, evolving.
Absolutely.
So it had come to me through a friend that they're connected with Saturn.
Yes.
And I'm wondering if they're also connected with the archetype of the Titans.
Well, yes, because they are connected energetically to what
The
we
moon.
spoke of last night.
Right.
Titan is where one of the artifacts are.
Right. So that they can assist me in connecting with that artifact
can.
too. Yeah. Awesome. And then I wanted to tell you about a dream I had.
Yes.
So I was in a body of water in a little boat, and underneath me were many baby orcas.
All right.
And so orcas always make me happy.
No, all right.
And so the baby orcas started jumping in one by one and snuggling with me.
Yes.
And at the end of the dream, and it was just a beautiful interaction.
Yes.
And at the end of the dream, a baby albino whale, a humpback whale, came in.
Yes.
So I was wondering,
What does that mean? Is that what you're asking?
well, I mean, I know it's my dream.
I know.
Yeah.
But I know what it means.
Tell me.
I thought you might want
Yes.
to do so.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are making a friend of polarity. And because you are willing to balance the dark and the light, represented by the orcas, yes, and this is your serious connection also, yes? Because you are willing to use that energy to balance the dark and the light polarity, you will experience, as represented by the albino whale, the idea of the light while not invalidating the dark. Yes?
Yes, that's so beautiful.
Yes, it is.
I also felt my hybrid kids involved as well in that dream.
To some degree, yes.
Okay, but not so much.
Well, yes, to the degree they needed to be.
How are they doing?
Fine. How are you?
I'm really good lately, yeah.
Are
Well-
you having a whale of a good time?
I'm having a whale of a good time.
All right.
Absolutely. I'm happy to be here on the planet most of the time. So I'm really
Most of the time?
most of the time.
Not all the time?
Not I mean,
When are you not happy to be on the planet? Come on.
I guess
Do you have to guess?
no.
When are you not happy being on the planet?
When I think maybe that my desires are not manifesting fast enough. Yeah.
Not fast and...
Not fast enough.
What's your rush?
I know.
What's your hurry? You're an eternal being. Now is now.
I'm starting to realize that.
All
Yeah.
along. Not fast enough. Do you understand? If it went any faster, you wouldn't be able to keep up.
Oh, wow. That makes me feel better.
All right. Glad I could help.
Yeah. I am so happy to be interacting with you right now. I mean, it's just...
Then any time on the planet you feel unhappy to be there, just remember how happy you are right now. And it'll bring you back to the present, yes?
Yes.
All right. Does that help you?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bashar. Thank you.
Okay. So, let's say you regret an experience out of your past. Oh, not regret.
Say that again.
You had a sexual experience when you were a kid
Yes.
that you regret,
All right.
and because of that, I
Yes.
feel not all the way pure.
All right. So let me ask you this question. Are you that kid now?
No,
So why are you continuing to recreate that experience in your present?
I think it's society.
Why are you choosing to continue to recreate that experience in your present if you're not that person anymore? Did you learn from it?
But
Did you learn from that experience that you preferred something different?
I'm not sure that I'm not sure that I all the way believe that I'm not that kid, because
All right, we'll
society
get to
tells
that
us.
in a moment.
Yes.
We'll get to that in a moment. Answer this question first. Did you learn something from that experience that allowed you to realize that you prefer something different? Yes or no?
Yeah.
All right. So are you applying that new knowledge in your life now? What you learned, are you behaving in a different way?
Am I behaving in a different way? Yes.
All right. So doesn't the new behavior supersede what happened in the past?
What does supersede mean?
Take the place of. Doesn't it replace what happened in the past because you have learned from it and are now applying a new behavior? Doesn't that make you a different person?
I want to say yes,
Why do you want to say yes?
because
Because it feels better, doesn't it?
it does feel better.
Then why not believe it, regardless of what society says? Why not believe you are a different person now?
Because society makes me feel wrong.
Because society says what?
They make me feel wrong, or they make me feel...
They don't make you feel anything. They may suggest how you could make yourself feel, but if you don't prefer to feel that way, why are you agreeing with them? Because you're the one making yourself feel what you're feeling. No one else can make you feel anything.
That's right. So
I know.
I just practice. So is there a way to get there? Is it probably by follow my highest excitement that eventually...
The formula will help, but
Okay.
you also have to really understand how things work, what the structure of existence is like. Everything exists here and now.
Mm-hmm.
You understand that time is an illusion?
Yes.
Even your scientists understand this now. Yes? It's not real. It's a side effect. Time is a side effect of your consciousness shifting through billions of parallel reality moments every second. So if everything exists here and now, the only way you can experience what appears to be different moments is by actually shifting your focus within the now to a different now, which means you're a different person. Because everything that changes in the now changes everything in the now. It's not the same reality from one moment to the next, literally. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the experience of time. So the idea is that you literally are a different person when you change anything about yourself, and you're becoming a different person billions of times a second. So it's not about the idea of learning how to change. It's about the idea of realizing that you're constantly changing and constantly a different person in a different reality, in a different version of Earth, moment to moment to moment to moment to moment to moment to moment. And you get to say what you are, what person you are, how you define yourself every single moment. So you get to choose. As I just said, your greatest power is the freedom to choose who you prefer to be. And it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks you should be. They're not living your life. They're not your reality. You are your own universe. So be who you prefer to be. Define yourself as you prefer to. Behave as you prefer to, knowing that it's just as real as anything else you've ever done, because that wasn't actually you. You have to understand that everything exists at the same time, which means every single moment is actually about a different person. So even though you might have this illusion of continuity, that younger person was you, it isn't you. It's a different person. You're a different person than that you. It's not the same you. It may look like you may be creating a continuity that makes it seem like there's a continuous stream between that younger you and this particular you, but there isn't. That's an illusion. That's a different person. It's not you. You've changed, and therefore you're a different person, literally. Yes?
Yes.
That's how it works. So be the person you know you are now, instead of recreating the idea that you are still a person you've never been. You've never been that person. Now that you are defining yourself in this way, that definition literally makes you a completely different person who has never been that other person. This is what we call the 13th step. This is the idea of the true understanding that every change is total change and that things are changing, as I said, billions of times per second. I'll use the analogy that people on your planet often use of what you call addiction. When you see people suddenly stop doing addicting behavior, some kind of miraculous shift where one day they are having that behavior and the next day they are not, it's not because they actually stopped doing it. It's because the person they've become never did it. They have no history of doing it, and that's why it's so easy for them to not have any urges about the idea that they used to do it, is because they never did. They're not the same person, literally, anymore, and never have been that person. The illusion of continuity is broken. That's how you allow yourself to know you're changing, truly changing, into different people every moment. Let go of the illusion of continuity that anchors you to a past you never had, because everything is created from the present, including the past.
So my past is even different now than
Yes.
it was. Okay.
That's the idea. Now, it's going to seem to be. Whatever you create yourself to be is going to come with whatever past you still believe is relevant to you. But as you change the relevant definition, you're going to create a past that makes sense for the person you are now, because that's how it works in space-time. If you change yourself differently enough, you have to create a past that makes it make sense in space-time as to how you became the person you are now, which means you had to have had a different past than you had before in order to be the person you are now. Because everything is created from the present. There's no such thing as the past. It's an illusion. It's just another parallel present reality that you can decide to experience or not. So break the continuity and realize that every single moment that you become a different person, you have a different past. It may seem like it's always been the past, but that's just what has to come with it in order for you to have a sense of continuity in space-time reality.
Okay.
Many of you don't even know how many pasts you've experienced. Even collectively, as we have often given examples, what you consider to be your history as a collective right now may not necessarily have been your history 5 minutes ago. But it will seem to have always been your history. Oh yes, everyone knows that in XBC this... You don't know that that's the way it was 5 minutes ago. It might have been completely different 5 minutes ago, but it's going to seem like it's always been that way when you create a new past.
Okay.
Is this helping?
Yeah, this is helping.
All right.
I just want to share my experience of the weekend
Yes.
because I think it's helpful, and there comes a question with it.
Yes.
The last days, just being in the room.
Yes.
I asked the question the first day, but just being in the room, I felt like my vibration was shifting on a level.
Yes, because you are picking up on the frequency that we give off through the channel's body, and you're willing to match the frequency that's a higher frequency representation of yourself.
And I also think because I allowed it this time
Yes.
too, because you taught us to see everything as a positive in the
Yes.
formula. Yeah.
And also remember what we have called the AAA formula. On your culture, you have the synchronous convenience of having something called AAA, which you often use to rescue you when your vehicle breaks down. So the idea is we're suggesting a different AAA formula when you feel that your vehicle, yourself, has broken down and you feel the need to be rescued. Allow yourself to remember this AAA formula. A, acknowledge what you have, not what you don't have. B, appreciate what you have. And number 3, allow what needs to happen next to happen. Acknowledge, appreciate, allow. That's all you need to bring yourself back to center. Acknowledge what you have, not what you don't have. Appreciate what you have and allow what needs to happen next to happen.
Is this part of the excitement formula too, or?
It is a subset of it. It's a permission slip designed based on it.
Okay.
Yes.
Now in the excitement formula, what really helped me to increase my vibration is I feel like I always followed my excitement.
Well, not always.
Not always, but recently I've been really going for it and
All right.
not doing the not having the insistence.
Yes.
But I feel like where I always when something happened that I didn't like so much, preferred.
Is it truly a recognition of neutral non-preference, or is it a fear reaction? You have to have the ability to discern that honestly within yourself too.
It might have been a fear reaction, but I cleared that out.
All right.
By giving it the possibility that it's giving it a positive meaning.
It doesn't mean that you say that what is negative is positive. It means you stay in a positive state so that you can recognize how to use what is negative in a positive way.
How do you stay in a positive state if you see something?
Did we not explain that before? What other choice are you giving yourself? Why would you leave the positive state? What reasons are you creating to leave it?
It's just a natural reaction of
It is not a natural reaction. It is a learned reaction.
So how do I relearn?
By following the formula and keep practicing it until it becomes not second nature, first nature.
So by following the formula, it will automatically...
Keep doing it, just like anything. If you want to learn to play an instrument, what do? You keep practicing. So just keep doing it. Every chance you get, remind yourself to go back into that state.
Okay.
That's it.
That's
all you have to do.
I have a question about the formula.
Yes.
And I make it as an example because I think it's easier. This morning, so my highest excitement today clearly was coming here.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be here.
Exactly. But I realized there's a difference in excitements. So let's say my highest excitement is here, but there's a time span from me waking up to me getting here.
So
why
can't that be exciting too?
That can. I'm just asking because when I wake up, in between those little moments, should I still ask?
Every moment can be as exciting as the next. It doesn't matter what it is you're doing. Do it in the way that's most exciting for you. Even the simple things, getting out of bed, getting dressed. Do it in the way that's most exciting for you so that you are allowing those moments to be what they can be. Don't diminish them, don't devalue them.
No, of course, yeah. So on the way to my highest
No. It's not on the way. Every moment is part of your excitement if you allow it to be and act as if it is and do it in the way that is most exciting. You're making a difference between those moments and other moments by saying, I'm on the way to my excitement. No, every moment.
Because on some points, it doesn't feel like I know what my next highest excitement
You don't
is.
have to know. It's very simple, very simple. You don't have to know the ultimate. Just take it a step at a time. If you want to, again, practice this, do it in exactly the way I just suggested. When you wake up in the most exciting way you can. What do you want around you when you wake up? Do you want flowers in your bedroom? Do you want a certain scent in your bedroom? Do you want a certain chime on your alarm if you use that? Do you want to wake up to music? Wake up in the most exciting way you can. If you want to stay in bed for a few minutes and recount your dreams, and that's more exciting, do it. When you finally decide that you wish to be excited about rising from your bed, do it in the most exciting way you can. Whether it's a soft, calm swinging of your legs over the side, planting your feet in those wonderful, cozy slippers, or jumping and leaping out of bed, fully naked, into the bedroom. Do it in the way that's most exciting for you. And then every moment will feel fulfilling, and it's not that you will be ignoring them and invalidating them by saying that they're nothing more than a way on the way to your excitement. This is what we're talking about. Every moment.
So make every moment a way.
Use your imagination.
Is it good to ask the question every moment, or does it make you just confused?
If that excites you, but once you practice it and get used to doing your life that way, you won't have to keep asking the question. You will know what to do because you'll know yourself. Remember, it comes down to that ancient phrase, know thyself. So when you know who you are, you will start doing the things in the way that you would do them. That will always be the most exciting way you can do it, because why would you do those things any other way? If you are living your excitement, then do everything in your life in the most exciting way you can. Everything. Don't leave anything out. Why miss a moment? Why miss that precious, beautiful, exciting moment as I described of slipping your toes into those cozy slippers? Oh, that's ecstasy in that moment. Why miss out on that? Because you're in such a hurry to get somewhere more exciting. Don't rush ahead. What's your hurry? You are an infinite, eternal being. What's your hurry? Enjoy every moment.
Okay.
All right, does that help?
That helps.
All right. Then I would suggest that for the moment, you find the most enjoyable way to get back to your seats.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.